She's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get her out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. That girl is poison. Poison. That girl is poison. Poison. What's up, guys? Here's another installment of police literally robbing people on the side of the road. They call it civil asset forfeiture, which is a fancy name for we're going to steal as much money from you as possible, and we're going to target out-of-state plates. Here's this video is from News Channel 5 investigating. And News Channel 5 investigates. If you want to watch it without me, go there. Otherwise, I'm going to be interrupting a lot.
Between a good stop with maybe a bus to it, or a perfectly legit guy to complain.
Here, a supervisor for the 23rd Judicial District Drug Task Force coaches another officer. He suggests they use the driver's claim that he has worked with police as an interpreter to convince him to consent to a search.
Playing off like he's one of us. Hey man, you can do me a favor. If I get another search out of the way, I get to go where we want.
Is it okay to trick people into consenting to searches? No, I don't believe so.
That's just one of the stories that raised questions about the tactics used by interstate interdiction agents looking for money to fund their agencies.
But that wasn't all. Our investigative team also spotted a supervisor for the 23rd Drug Task Force making other questionable stops.
And News Channel 5 investigators was watching from Sky 5 and had questions about this stop where the supervisor pulls over two Hispanic men in an SUV with Texas plates.
Hey, the reason why I stopped you was you're coming outside your lane of travel. I don't know if you're getting sleepy.
And this is why traffic code is unconstitutional. Because all some stupid costume gunman has to say is you went off the lane. They can make up anything. That's why traffic code is a bunch of crap. And anyone who defends traffic laws and traffic code and believes officers have this right to do this to people and that the traffic code supersedes the Bill of Rights somehow, you're not an American. I'm sorry. This is not American behavior. This is worse. This is straight up highway robbery. Plain and simple. This is piracy.
Or you're not drinking, are you?
So what was the reason for the stop?
I think he said he crossed the line, weaved over.
Yet our camera had been tracking that same supervisor and captured the exact moment that he put on his brakes just as he was about to pass the Texas vehicle. As you can see, it's squarely between the lines. For almost 2 minutes, the interdiction vehicle trails the SUV, and while the
Intimidation tactics.
officer himself is all over the road,
The cop himself is the one crossing the lines and all over the road and breaking the traffic laws that he throws people in jail for. Sorry, Mom, I'll call you back.
That car wasn't weaving. The tape, it was not weaving. He did not cross the line. You're right.
he never weaved once, did he?
No, he stayed within his lane of traffic. Traffic.
In the end, the
Stubborn mother.
DA over that task force decided not to investigate those tactics.
But then in 2014, there were troubling new allegations, and our chief investigator.
Rennie and Lisa Hankins have no fears about traveling the freeways of Southern California. But after what happened in this traffic stop back in May, the interstates of Tennessee are another story.
Seemed like Nazi Germany. You got to have paperwork and proper authority to come through Tennessee.
That's exactly what it's like.
The San Diego couple had been on the road for days after attending a family funeral in Virginia when they got stopped on the westbound side of I-40 in Dixon County.
And I told her, we're going to get pulled over.
It came right after they passed an interdiction agent with the 23rd Judicial District Drug Task Force.
What made you think he was going to stop you?
Because we had out-of-state license plates and my wife is Hispanic.
After separating her from her husband,
Come on, have a seat in my truck for me. It's safer there.
supposedly so he could write her a warning ticket for a
Nonsense.
traffic violation, the agent began repeatedly questioning her. Then he had a favor to ask.
We say there's not anything illegal in it. Do you mind if I search it today to make sure?
I have talked to my husband. I just feel like he was harassing me, wanted
Coercing.
to say yes, he can search my car.
I'm asking you for permission to search your vehicle today. And you are well within your right to say no, and you can say yes. It's totally up to you whether you want to show cooperation or not.
So why not say yes?
I mean, there's no reason for him to say, to search my
Why ask to search my private property to begin with? Because of Richard Nixon's drug war?
I am asking you that because I do believe that you're not being honest with me.
Why wouldn't I be honest?
I don't know.
He died on May 1st.
Because cops aren't honest, so they think everyone else is dishonest.
The officer did not believe their story that they had been to a funeral for Ronnie's grandfather, even though a quick search of the internet would have proved
They don't know how to use the internet, or else they might know a law or two.
telling the truth.
You have to either give me a yes or no. I do need an answer so I can figure out whether I need a dog to go around it or not.
I was
That's coercion. She doesn't have to answer anything.
upset because, he kept on like asking me over and over, and I said, you have no reason to search my car.
You run your dog.
That's when agents brought out a drug dog to sniff around their car.
If that dog does not hit, they don't get to search your car.
No. There's no probable cause.
But that's exactly what happened.
They shouldn't get to search it anyway.
We ran a dog and the dog's alerted on the vehicle, so we're going to be searching it, okay? And whatever's in there, we're going to find in just a second.
Ronnie was furious.
There's never been any drugs in that vehicle. It never will be.
It turns out the man that the task force stopped knows a thing or two about law enforcement himself. He's a federal police officer here at the Marine Corps Air Station Miramar in San Diego.
You lied about the dog sticking on the car. The dog didn't stick on the car either. You got the drug task force. You out here harassing me and my wife when I'm just coming back from a funeral. That's exactly how I expect most police officers to have. Okay.
And you're convinced they
So he didn't believe that he was a cop because he wasn't agreeing with his Nazi tactics.
cued that dog to hit.
Yes. 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. They cued that dog.
Take a look in slow motion. The dog passes an open window on the passenger side with no alert. The handler then leads the dog around the front. Then on the driver's side, he turns his body around and gestures towards the window. Suddenly, the dog sits. That's the alert.
Just like a child. You can make a child say anything you want. You can make a dog do whatever you want too, if you train them the right way.
And you are convinced that's what happened here.
Yes.
He threw a line about the dog alert.
For almost an hour,
Why would he think you're lying about the dog alert?
It's hard to be here.
the two agents searched the Hankins' belongings,
Ain't make it for here, ain't that what you told me before? Yeah.
even tearing apart part of the dash of Lisa's new car.
That really me off when he started like ripping everything out of my car.
You felt violated?
Yeah, I felt violated.
He breaking her car, trying to find money. They're not even looking for drugs, they're looking for money.
And it just, he didn't want to hear it.
And when Ronnie insisted there were no drugs, the agent confided he wasn't really expecting any.
Well, I'll be honest with you. When you go in this direction, I would think you'd have drugs in the car. I think you'd have a large amount of money.
I knew
So there you go. So going that direction, they're expecting money. Going the other direction, they're expecting drugs. So they don't enforce the drug side, they enforce the money side so they could steal money from Americans.
back then they were looking for money to fund their operations
And what made you think that?
because they're not worried about the drugs. They're worried about the money.
Is that not marijuana? Yeah.
When agents couldn't find anything, they wrote up this report to justify the dog's alert, saying they found marijuana debris on both the driver and passenger floorboards. We showed the report to the couple.
It's just them trying to cover their backside.
Ronnie noted that the drug dog had passed by the open passenger window and did not alert. The truth, they say, all agents saw inside the car was grass from the cemetery where they had buried Ronnie's grandfather.
It makes me angry
Now, what kind of cowards are these?
that someone that would attack my character, because not only that attacks my character, that could cost me my job.
As for her experience, Lisa Hankins said she knows one thing for sure.
I know I won't never drive to Tennessee again. That's the last time.
The handler in that case emphatically denied he had cued his dog to alert on the Hankins car.
But coming up, Phil takes that video to one of the nation's top experts.
There's no doubt in your mind that that dog was cued to alert on that car?
Yes, correct. Meet Stitch.
There you go, people. There you go. That's disturbing. These cops spend their days committing piracy against Americans on the highways that Americans pay for. I've seen them where they get in fights with each other because the one cop got there first and the other cop was from a different terror cell, Blue ISIS terror cell, wanted to get the car first, so they almost got in a fight on the side of the road. These are your heroes, America. They just steal your money, and this is going on, and you think you live in a free country and police are heroes.